What is up, guys? 10 here with another video. Hope you're all having a great day. And today I'm going to be talking about the decision for whether you should sell low ticket items or high ticket items. So low ticket items are considered anything with about $20 or less profit margins, and high ticket items are considered anything above that. So $20 or more margins on a single product sale is considered a high ticket item, I would say. This is personal preference. And just off the bat, before I go into each detail and each strategy of how you're going to market low ticket versus high ticket and why high ticket is better, it's just that high ticket, it's always going to be better because there's more profit and it just equals more money for everybody. Any big person in e-commerce, whether it's a dropshipping store or it's not, if they're making 6 figures, 7 figures, or just a lot of money in general, they're always going to say higher ticket items are always the way to go. I always see everybody that starts dropshipping or e-commerce overall, they start making their store, they build everything up, they set up all the apps, the design, the logo, they think everything looks perfect, but then when it actually comes to the products they're selecting and how much they're charging for them, they always mess that up. So let's say it's a $2 bracelet on AliExpress. You see it costs $2, you think it's going to sell well, so you add it to your store and you don't really know how much to charge. So let's just say you want to make $10 profit. So then your store is basically selling this product for $12 and it costs you about $2 roughly. But the basic framework equals a $10 profit margin. So to you that may sound very, very nice. You sell 10 of them, then you're making $100 profit. But there's a lot more that goes into it than just that $10. Because if your store isn't making a lot of money, you have to factor in all these different expenses, such as the Shopify store, 30 bucks a month or whatever plan you're on, the Shopify apps, whether that's 50 to 100 bucks a month, and the domain you have to pay for, and then of course the biggest cost would be the marketing, actually getting someone to buy that certain product. So if you only have a $10 margin to mess with, you're really enclosing yourself and trapping yourself towards a negative end result, which would be you losing money. You don't want to reach that end result, because if you have a low margin and you start selling these a lot, then of course it's going to add up and make you profit. But over time, if it starts to die down, or whether you're just testing it, you don't know if it's going to make you a lot of money, then you're most likely going to lose money a lot faster. Everybody that starts off, they start selling low ticket items, or maybe it's even a cheap item, but the perceived value could be a high ticket item, and they just don't know what to charge for the product. So they just make this somewhat small margin and they start losing money. You know, Tanner, why am I not making money? My store's making me go negative. I'm losing all this money on marketing. And the one thing that I'd recommend to you, whether it's a niche store or a general store, you could have tons of random products on a general store and just test a bunch of different ones, or you could have a very narrowed down store that has a select few products, maybe one product or even 5. I have a friend named Patrick that only has 1 product stores and is doing over 100 grand a month in revenue, and they're all high ticket items. Like I said, anybody that makes a lot of money with it will tell you high ticket is the way to go. Generally, low ticket items will only lead to you losing money, and people from the start don't understand that with dropshipping you can really sell a $100 product, $200 product, whatever it may be. You can charge whatever you want. That is the beauty of dropshipping. You don't have to set these certain prices, but you do have to do the math and factor in your expenses if you're selling low ticket items, because there's just such more of a risk of you losing money. But if you have a high ticket item, let's say you have a $20 drone right here. It costs $20 on AliExpress and you're selling it for, let's say, $100. So that is essentially an $80 profit margin. That gives you way, way more room for marketing and budget and being able to spend more money on different things. Test it, it starts making you a lot of money, then you're gonna be making a lot more money compared to a lower ticket item, because even if you do have these little $12 bracelets and it only costs you $2, you're selling a ton of them, then you're still only making $10 per sale. But if this drone blows up and it's selling 10 of them at a time, then you're going to be making $800 profit instead of $10 profit. So you really have to factor in and figure out how you're going to create this perceived value. You know, how are you going to get this customer to actually buy this product that is only $20, but you're selling it for $100? So when it comes to the marketing, you really have to look at the ad copy and see, what words are you using? What images are you using? Are you really presenting it as something that is worth $100, or are you presenting it as something that is cheap? I always will recommend video ads for something that's a higher ticket item, because you have to show the functions of it, show what use it has and why it is worth $100 to them. Because of course they could go on AliExpress, they could find it for $20 and buy it, but that's sort of how dropshipping works. People don't know how to do that, they don't really care. You just want to put something in front of their face and make them buy it. I see too many people select products, whether they're low ticket or high ticket, that are just completely useless. I wouldn't say useless, they're just products that can't really trend. With dropshipping, the products that do best are the ones that are out of the box, that a lot of big people aren't selling. Because I've seen people try and sell pillows. You know, there's so many big pillow competitors. You look at all these huge brands that are selling them, even in a bunch of stores, Walmart, Target, you know, you can literally get a pillow anywhere you want. And so if you make this little dropshipping store, you come out of nowhere trying to sell a pillow, then people are not going to care at all. Because due to the competition, you're not going to be able to market it and get it out without losing money. Most people, when they start dropshipping, they don't really understand the concept of competition and how there's so many big leaders. We're not just talking about dropshipping stores online. We're talking about big brands. Whether it's a brand that sells clothes or pillows, the only way for you to make long-term money within dropshipping is to find unique products that actually are out of the box and aren't being sold in mass by another big company. Of course, you can go and try and sell it. You may make a few bucks, but you won't continue to make money off of it month after month or day after day. So when it really comes to making a lot of money with dropshipping, it's finding something that you can create a good perceived value, which means that you find something and make it seem like it's a lot more than what it costs you. So like I said, with the $20 drone you sell for $100, that's an $80 profit margin. And you're essentially finding this one thing that these Chinese manufacturers are creating, and it costs them probably $15, and they just care to make $5 profit on each one. They don't really care that much about the huge margins. They just want to sell a bunch of units at once. So then you have so much room to play with, because $20 for a drone, depending on the quality and how big and everything, it seems like it's a good deal. So for 20 bucks, you go, you figure out, how am I going to market this as a $100 drone? You're going to say, you know, it has this high quality camera. It has really good connection when you're flying it. It has all these good features. You have to talk about each individual detail within the marketing to trigger people's emotions and get them to actually buy from you. Because if you aren't touching their emotions, they're most likely not going to buy. If you look at the statistics, most online sales are triggered by emotions. People see this ad pop up on Facebook, Instagram, Google, whatever it is. They're going to see this, and if it touches their emotions, it's something like, wow, that actually is really cool, I want to buy it. Or nah, I don't care about that at all, just scroll by. But if it triggers their emotions in a positive way, it's gonna eventually lead them to click on your store, go to the product, maybe they'll buy it, maybe they won't. But at least you're doing something right and you've triggered their emotions. And then if they see it again, maybe they'll just be like, oh, what the heck, why don't I just buy it anyways? So it's all about triggering their emotions and reaching them in a positive way that wants them to actually buy something. Because pillows is not gonna make someone excited. It's not gonna make someone jump out of their chair and be like, wow, I really need that, because it's just a pillow. It's something that's simply a necessity for everybody. I'm sure everybody in the world doesn't have a pillow, but most people do. So the main thing is finding things that people want instead of need. Because if you have something that's a want, then that's just going to be them spending extra money that they have on this certain product. If it's a need, there's too much competition. All the needs are basically covered by big leaders in the industries. So you have to go and find things that you can create a good perceived value as and start selling them online. And of course, it may take a little bit more time to actually sell them. If you're using Facebook and you're doing just broad audience targeting with no pixel data at first, it's going to take a little bit longer. But at least, either way, if it's a good product, if you're selling the $20 drone for $100, you literally have an $80 cost per purchase margin to mess with. So if your Facebook ad spends $70 to get the sale on the drone, it's still profitable, only by a few dollars, of course, but you didn't really lose money. You just saw that this product isn't good, but at least I didn't lose money, just because it's such a high margin that it's so much easier to not lose money, and it leads to way more profitable stores in the long run. And once you start to get the hang of it, you start finding these good products that are high margins. Everything just creates a big cycle where you have a certain system set into place where you know what products to pick, where to put them, how much to charge, and how you're going to market them. I don't want to ramble on and on about this all day. So basically, high ticket products are always the way to go. Even if it only costs $2 on AliExpress, you could sell it for $50. I'm sure there's something that you can create some kind of value out of that. Just remember that word, perceived value, making someone want to buy something at a higher value than what it's actually worth and what it costs for you to buy it. So think about that. Be smart with the products you're choosing, and don't just jump off the gun and see something that's selling for 10 bucks online and think, wow, they must be making a lot of money just because you saw the ad. But in reality, you know, the margins are super low, because with drop shipping, it's not as cheap as buying a bunch of units. If I had this bracelet and I bought 1,000 units, it would probably cost me like 20 cents a piece. But if you're buying only one by one on AliExpress, then of course it's going to cost, you know, a few bucks. So you have to think about all these variables, put them together. So I'm going to be making videos on all these details, like finding high ticket items, marketing them on Facebook, doing all kinds of cool stuff. I'm actually flying in a few people next week to film some videos with me, so that should be some good content for you guys. But like I said, perceived value, high ticket products always wins the game. So that's it for this video, guys. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.